Is growing popularity. Typically kids don't get exposed to it until they reach the later elementary school or the middle school level, and then they go into high school. So it's nice that we can introduce it to the younger kids who are
The Blaine Bengals won all of 6 games last season, but thanks to a talented group of underclassmen, they're already at 10 wins this year and looking to keep pace with the teams at the top of the Northwest Suburban Conference. Tonight, they play a road game on their home ice as they face a new-look SLPCR team trying to get back to 500 on the season. Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside Fogerty Arena here in Blaine. I'm Bill Hupp, excited to bring you a cat clash tonight between SLPCR, Spring Lake Park and Coon Rapids, facing off against the 10-4 Blaine Bengals, who are 4-1 in conference. They will be led tonight by one of their main men on the second line, Cooper Bear, the junior forward, 7 goals on the season, second on the team. He's got 10 assists, but more importantly, he's been hot lately. Points in 6 of his last 7 games. He's one of those talented juniors that we referred to earlier, and he will look to lead the second line tonight for the Bengals. Meanwhile, for SLPCR, it's a familiar name for Spring Lake Park. Teddy Wackman, his father, is the athletic director. He's been a mainstay for Spring Lake Park hockey since he was a freshman, and he leads the team with 15 assists this season, 5 assists in his last 3 games. He's one of 3 captains for this SLPCR team, and he will look to lead the line tonight for them against Blaine in what should be a very interesting battle here in Fogerty Arena. So, it's a fight for Fogerty bragging rights, straight ahead on North Metro TV.
potato peels. That leftover pizza you promised you'd eat.
Ew.
Those dirty napkins and paper towels.
Stop treating us like garbage.
Did you know up to 30% of what you're throwing away could be composted? Composting gives your discards new life, which can be used to improve soil. To learn more about the new organics drop-off programs available throughout the county and get your free starter kit, go to anokacounty.us/organics.
Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids taking the ice here at Fogerty Arena, just ahead of their battle with the Blaine Bengals here tonight. A game featuring two teams in the Northwest Suburban Conference and in Section 5 AA. So two teams very familiar with one another. The public address announcer introduced it as a border battle, channeling his inner Paul Allen, as the two teams strap on the helmets and get ready to go in front of an excited and pretty full crowd here at Fogerty. I'm not going to say capacity, but it's pretty good. The SLPCR in the white uniforms with the blue and red lettering and numerals, blue and red trim, blue breezers. As we take a look at Landon Palmgren, the starting netminder for the Blaine Bengals. There you see his numbers, the senior goalie. They're without their sophomore Wesley Andrelin tonight. He's missing in action, so I have a different backup goalie, but Palmgren the starter. You see his numbers, pretty impressive. 5'4", a 2.08 goals against average and a .925 save percentage. The man between the pipes for SLPCR is Brock Lewick, who's the goalie the last 2 years for Spring Lake Park, and he has some pretty solid numbers himself. He's played every second of their season so far. As we are underway here in the initial action. And SLPCR controls. Bounding puck picked up in the neutral zone. Blaine with speed enters the area. There's a shot that goes wide. And it goes into the corner. And it's tipped out, controlled at center ice. And now stolen back. Here's an odd man rush. There's a shot that doesn't reach its intended target. Puck is whacked to the far side boards and picked up. And they enter the zone, 3-on-2 for the Bengals. Pass across, couldn't be settled down there by Nate Walrath. Puck slides to the near side corner. Played back to Schwark at the point. Battle for it in the left wing corner. Schwark again at the left point as he tries to hold the zone but can't. Skated on out of there, and then a cross-ice pass played. Thrown on net, gloved and held on to by Palmgren. Blaine comes in 19th in the QRF. 10-4 record, 4-1 in conference play. Spring Lake Park, meanwhile, I should say SLP Coon Rapids, 7-8 on the season, 2-4 in conference play. Their best win this season probably is off the draw. That shot goes whistling wide. Probably 5-4 over Champlin Park earlier this year. Both teams come in pretty hot. As Blaine gains the zone. Backhand towards the net. It's loose in front, battling, and they score! The Bengals strike first, and it's Porter Bear, the freshman forward, brother of Cooper, whom we highlighted in the open. Porter gets the Bengals the early lead with his 8th goal of the season. That goal coming just a minute. Coming at the I believe the 1:21 mark of the opening period. A greasy goal, but they'll take it. Porter Bayer for Blaine. So we're back to action here, and the draw will come back down. And the SLPCR end. We'll have to get assists and whatnot in the intermissions, because there's no way we can hear in this very dinny atmosphere. Good energy here tonight at Fogerty Arena. Chopped out and now taken on the backhand and played in by SLPCR. on the left half wall, played down low. It is 1:21, the time of the goal. Cooper Bear gets an assist, as well as Grady Botch. An even strength goal at 1:21. Porter Bear from Grady Botch and his brother Cooper Bear. For Cooper, now that's 11 assists on the season. For Bouch, his 10th assist. So a great start for the Bengals here on the road. They use that term loosely because this is usually where they play their home games as well, on this very sheet of ice here at Fogerty Arena. So it's really a home and home matchup here tonight, just different benches and different line changes. Lewick deflects that one up and out of play. Already 4-1 the shot advantage for Blaine here in the early going. Bengals come in averaging 4.21 goals per game, so they can put it in the back of the net. Sticks tied up off the draw, but Weston Johnson controls. He's one of those sophomores along with Sam Pooter, Dylan Olson, Grady Bouch. Bouch maybe the most talented of all the sophomores. 7 goals and 10 assists on the season. You had a sophomore and a freshman getting points. Intercepted, bad pass, they shoot. Good save made by Lewick to deny Nate Walrath. That was a bad turnover in their own end, however. And SLPCR fortunate to get away with that as we take a look at the replay that nearly resulted in a 2-goal Blaine lead. Good stretch pass up, and then just kind of a sloppy pass, well read and intercepted by Walrath. So Porter Bear out there now to take the draw for Blaine. He wins it back to the point, and they'll snap it around. 13:36 left first period. Schwark from distance, and Lewick slides out to the top of the crease to make the save. And now a little bit of extracurriculars, which has the student sections going. Honestly, the student sections may be the most lively and best part of this rivalry, as Grady Bouch was in the kitchen of Brock Lewick. Lewick's been the starter in net for SLPCR. He's a senior now. He's been the starter since he was a sophomore. Off the draw, go high off the glass and back into the Blaine end. And the puck is iced as Jackson Barsness, whose brother Tyler was a mainstay for this Coon Rapids team, could not track it down. So if the Barsness name sounds familiar, that's why. Shot 7-1 in favor of Blaine. Mind you, that's shots on goal, not just shots. Face-off won by the Bengals. They'll keep it down here. Schwartz dancing at the line. Bodies all over the place in front of Lewick. He scrambles to his feet. Over for Schwartz. Throws it again on net. They're whacking at it. Bouch in there. Cooper Bear as well. That second line doing all kinds of damage in the early going for the Bengals. Now the PA is telling the kids to stay off the glass, but you see how much traffic is in front of Lewick. And Walter and company just trying to do everything they can to keep the bodies from distracting Brock Lewick. What a start for Blaine, though. Not even 4 minutes into this game, already 9 shots. Off the draw, this is Schwark once more. He'll throw it on net, hits a man in front, so ultimately won't even count as a shot. But clearly that's something they decided to do. Big hit delivered there on Franklin Liu. Clark intercepted by Lockman. They have not spent much time down in the Blaine end. Finally, SLPCR able to get a change. Good stick lift. As this is a border battle, these kids know each other well. There's a little bit of physicality that comes with it. You just don't want to lose your discipline going for those hits. Walter takes a big crunch from Sam Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy, football player, going to UMD next year, so certainly he's no stranger. And he tried to return the favor, and Shaughnessy was happy. Sam Burns, or excuse me, Walter mixing it up as you see the hit here. Big shot delivered by number 10, Austin Adams. And then again, you can see him trying to return the favor on Shaughnessy, and it did not work. Shaughnessy's a big kid, good size at 6'2", 210 pounds. Cross ice pass is intercepted, and they'll bank it in the zone. And now we've got a whistle and a stoppage in play, as the ref is talking to the Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids bench, but draw will come down in the SLP CRN. Well, the ref, I think a puck was loose on the ice, maybe an extra puck. We're gonna have to have some warnings, I wonder, from the PA announcer. Don't throw pucks on the ice or something, I don't know. We'll see. I could be wrong, I've been wrong before. Bengals win another draw, thrown on net, tipped high up and into the protective netting. Oh, here it is. Fair enough. 10-1, shots in favor of the Bengals. They win another face-off. Off the draw, sharp angle shot. Look, big rebound in the slot. Bengals still on it here with Nate Walraff. He's been involved heavily early going. Big hit delivered in front of the student section. Again, you don't want to lose your game trying to chase those hits. As once again, SLPCR ices the puck, and so we'll do it again. Caden Sukup, the senior forward, 4 goals, 10 assists on the season. One of the leaders of this SLPCR team. One of the guys hitting hard, Hudson Bethel, the recipient of that one. Blaine in their traditional, off the draw, tipped and nearly a goal. In their traditional double blues, light blue with sky blue with navy blue breezers, white helmets, white lettering and numerals. Olsen from distance, another big rebound as Clark put Olsen on the deck. Blaine is buzzing right now, shot from distance again, and this time Lewick able to cover up despite the looming presence of Bouch. Bengals lead at 1-0. We've had a flurry of activity despite the game having just 6 minutes gone by so far. The pace has been frenetic in the early going, much to the delight of this crowd. Haven't had Fanning on the shot there, Bouch. It's everything SLPCR can do to just get out of its own end. Saucer pass ahead for Barsness, banked into the zone, but again, icing the call. So we'll bring it back down to the SLPCRN. 10:34 to go, first period. SLPCR has had some long shifts in the early going. This time they win the draw and they're able to bank it out. And another icing. I haven't kept track of the icings, but it seems like there's been at least 7 that I can remember. Yes, Caden Alphen rather. Boisterous student sections here. Once again, they try to bang it out, glove down at the point. Good hold for Blaine as they go to work on the offensive end, trying to dig the puck out from behind the net. Bethel once again plays it down low. Just great puck support for this Bengals team. Barsness comes out with it and then had his pocket picked by Franklin Liu. Liu into the zone. Moving right to left, throws it on net and wide. Alphen gets there first. Swanson from the left point. His shot's blocked down. It's back out to neutral zone ice. And a penalty coming up. A hooking call will send Bethel to the box and put SLPCR on the power play. Great pressure there, and maybe a sell job on the call by Brody Herzog, but impressively done. And Herzog with the hustle earns the penalty. And now Blaine's got some work to do. They do have an excellent kill this year, though, 92.5% on the kill. Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids, 16.7. .7:15 the time of the penalty as SLPCR. Bethel goes for hooking. Lindquist walks in, fans on the pass, bodies on the ice, and Blaine able to bank it out of the zone and all the way down. One shot on the power play so far. Oh, well read there, beautifully done by Caleb Schwark. And that captain C for the Bengals, one of 3 players to do so. Ooh, spinorama from Teddy Wackman. Over to Lindquist. He'll play it around. Sukup, and the puck played down as Lindquist will regroup. Walk his way through neutral zone ice. Good pressure though by Porter Bear. Not even letting them get set up. Now they get into the zone with time expiring on the power play. They whack at it. Sprawling on the ice. And Wackman, and they finally blow it dead. A golden opportunity for SLPCR, and a great job by Landon Palmgren, sprawling to make a couple terrific saves. 33 left on the power play. Oh, that one in particular, it was right there, laying in front of the goal line. Could not ram it home, though, and it remains a 1-0 game. 33 seconds left on the hooking minors. Landon Palmgren, the sophomore, bears down. Off the draw, it's fired down to the other end by Tanner Ferdig. Ferdig and Schwark are the starting defensive pair, starting decor. And picked up and skated out now by Jackson Barsness. He regains the zone. Pass behind his intended target in Caden Lichter. Potential shorthand opportunity now to the front, and a great job of knocking it free. Wow. Brody Lockman, one of the freshmen to play, tried to get a shorthanded goal. He was able to get past his initial man when he lost his glove, and then he drove the net, and a great job by Brock Lewick to poke it free, poke check it off of his stick, but he lost his helmet in the process. Meantime, the penalty has released. .13-3 shots in favor of Blaine as the refs are trying to sort out what they're going to do. And I don't know if it's going to be a goaltender interference thing or nothing. Looks like the draw will take place outside of the zone, so that ultimately is where we stand. Guzzi wins the draw for the Bengals. Schwark back to his own end to retrieve. Ball wrapped. Can't get it past Stroud. Cross ice pass intercepted. Picked off by the Bengals, driving the net, centering pass, and they score! Wilson Guzzi made the play, and Nate Walrath finished it for Blaine. They lead it 2-0 now, midway through the first. We talked about how Walrath had been making things happen, and right here, he does just that, centering it. Guzzi lowered the shoulder, centered it for Walrath, and he managed to slip it by Brock Lewick to give the Bengals a 2-goal advantage. I think Guzzi will be the lone assister. For Walrath, it's his 9th of the season, the junior. This Bengals team, if they can keep it together, is going to be real good next year. On the backhand, goal is knocked off its moorings, so whistle stop play. 15 first period shots on net. We still got 7 minutes left. We're 10 minutes into this period. Cooper Bayer once again in the middle of things. As you take a look at the goal scorer, Nate Walrath. 9th of the season for Guzzi. It'll be assist number 14 for the Bengals captain. Time of the goal, I believe, if my math is right, will be 9:35 of the first period. Even strength for Blaine right after they killed the one and only penalty we've had in this hockey game. 2-0 Bengals. Blaine trying to earn its way into the rankings. They're still outside of the top 20 in Class AA, according to the Let's Play Hockey rankings, but they keep it up. They're going to make some people notice. Now, it's interesting, they're giving Guzzi the goal. Okay, they're giving Guzzi the goal and not Walrath. Walrath gets the second assist. Guzzi gets the goal, his 3rd of the season. Guzzi, I thought, made the play happen, but they must have said he banked it in. 11, Walrath came to the student section acting as if he had scored the goal, but Guzzi gets credit for it, and that's what we'll go with here. Regardless, the Bengals have a 2-goal lead and look absolutely fantastic here in this opening period. Schwartz wires it around. Lou is there on the right half wall. His pass intercepted. SLPCR trying to play it out. Now Lou retrieves it. Both teams changing on the fly as Lou flips it to himself in the right wing corner. Still on it, avoids the check of Kish, centering pass, and now once again some extracurricular activities. Clearly knows Sam Shaughnessy is a marked man out here after his physical play on his first shift. Clock stop with 5:45 to go first period. Shaughnessy, I think what they objected to was the extra whack at Lewick after the whistle had blown. Bengals win another drop. Swanson comes down to play it. His shot hits a man out front, and Caden Sukup clears. Here comes SLPCR. Sukup trying to drive the net. That pass intercepted. The Bengals look to transition. Pass just a little bit ahead. Weston Johnson couldn't touch it. D-to-D pass for SLPCR. Tipped in the zone by Sukup. Swept aside by Palmgren. Bethel. Good battle here. Stolen, centered, and we've got a slashing penalty coming up. believe Andrew Clark, by the way, was the other assister. The primary assister on the Guzzi goal. This penalty is on the aptly named Teddy Wackman, who gets a penalty for slashing. And Blaine's excellent power play. They haven't been many penalties this year. They haven't taken many penalties. As you see, Clark is there, and then sure enough, getting in the hands of Guzzi, Wackman knocked it out of his stick. Knocked the stick out of his hands, I should say. Time of the penalty, 12:07. Wackman goes for slashing. So now the Bengals, who are 25% on the season with the man advantage, they haven't had that many penalties, though, just 22 this season. Open net, as Lewick doesn't have a stick at the moment. It's right behind him at his feet. Back for Lockman. Body's on the ice. He shares it across from the dot. That goes wide. Comes up the near side boards and all the way back for Fertig to track down in the neutral zone. Played in as they try to get fresh bodies on the ice. SLPCR will send 2 more over the boards, make that 4 with 53 seconds left on the slashing minor. 3:43 to go, first period. 2-0 here at Fogerty Arena. Guzzi with speed down the left wing, knocked off the puck by Walter. Ooh, makes a nice move to the slot. Sukup tries to take it from behind. Schwartz can't hold the zone, and the puck goes all the way down for Palmgren to leave. One more rush maybe with 24 seconds left. Guzzi sweeps it around. Lewick out to play it. And the play is ruled offside. Schwartz has been everywhere as well, as you might expect here in this opening period. Shot 16-4 in favor of the Bengals, but both goals have been of the even strength variety. SLPCR trying to kill off its lone penalty here with 7 seconds left. Hammered around. And now both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play. Wackman out of the box. Tries to feed Barsness, who loses an edge. Schwartz. Now it's Shaughnessy plays it in. Both those guys will go off for a change. Wholesale changes, at least line changes rather, for the Bengals. Centering pass, they get it in a good area. This is an impressive defensive display from Blaine, because SLPCR can score 4.13 goals a game. Left pad save and a beauty made. Kick save and a beauty by Lewick. Great pace, great energy here in this opening period. And the puck is iced. 2-0 Bengals. Goals by Porter Bear and Wilson Guzzi. But again, very few highly impactful seniors. In fact, one of those impactful seniors is not in the lineup tonight. Ethan Burnett, senior forward, 6 goals and 6 assists on the season, is out for the Bengals, as is their backup netminder. 2-on-1 here for SLPCR. Pass across and a great save by Palmgren. He just had to stay square to it, and he did, to keep SLPCR off the scoreboard. Little chip and chase for the Bengals as they dump it in deep. Dylan Olsen. Cross ice pass finds Clark down the right wing. Centering pass on the backhand, and Palmgren once again stones the captain for SLPCR, denying Jackson Engberg. Fantastic chances. Clark found Engberg in front, and an excellent save with 1:10 to go here in the first. No traffic in front, but just to track that and get over is impressive. Now they'll skate onto it here with Lockman rather. Minute to go here in the first. A 2-0 Bengals lead here on North Metro TV. 17th shot, 18th shot of the period, make that. From the point, forces another save for Brock Lewick. Faceoff comes to Lewick's left. Board battle along the left half wall, won by SLPCR. .30 seconds to go. Up to the point for Walter. Pass across as they try to move the puck quickly. Good block by Lou. Chipped ahead for Shaughnessy. He tries to walk his way to the front and can't. Picks it back up. Man all alone in front, and Lou denied by Lewick. It was a good look for Lou in front of Lewick, but ultimately the SLPCR netminder tracked it and saved it. Still 19 first period shots for Blaine, which means that man has saved 17. Time running out here as Barsness exits the zone. He and Schwartz get tied up in front of the Blaine bench as time expires here at Fogerty Arena. First period was an entertaining one. Blaine scored early and added one in the middle of the period. They take a 2-0 lead to the locker room in the first intermission. Back with more shortly from Blaine on North Metro TV.
We in Spring Lake Park believe in building a strong and safe community. Our city moves onward and upward while holding on to our traditions and roots. We maintain a small town feel even though we are nestled next to the big city. We believe in being good neighbors and building community with safe neighborhoods. And we believe in citizenry and promote being active both physically and socially. We in Spring Lake Park love to play and believe in having an abundance of parks, playgrounds, and green space so that everyone can take a moment to enjoy the natural beauty that surrounds us. We believe in educating our children well, so we use the most advanced tools of learning to ensure continued success and bright futures. We promote athletics to keep our children fit and healthy and build a sense of teamwork. We in Spring Lake Park believe in providing a good, stable home for industry and small business to thrive. We have a large variety of successful businesses that have found continued success and benefit from excellent visibility off Highway 65. And a large customer base, as we are located only 15 minutes outside of downtown Minneapolis. Come visit us in Spring Lake Park, and you will see why we believe our city is one of a kind.
back here at Fogerty Arena. Bill Hupp. Blaine leads it 2-0 over SLPCR after 2 periods. And the first period highlights, there were a lot of them for Blaine. It started early. They scored 1:21 into this hockey game. The freshman Porter Bear poking it past Brock Lewick to give Blaine an early lead. SLPCR didn't have many chances, but their chances were really good, the ones they did have. 6 shots in the period. They had some grade A looks. Herzog denied there by netminder Landon Palmgren. Then Wilson Guzzi makes this play happen, centering it for Nate Walraff. And the senior made no mistake celebrating in front of the student section as his team has jumped out to a 2-goal lead after 1 period of play. Walraff was heavily involved besides just scoring the goal. He was active in all aspects as Caden Sukup and the boys have some work to do. The Spring Lake Park team 7-8 on the season, 2-4 in conference play, but they knew it was going to be a tall task even at home to this Blaine Bengals outfit that is red hot. They started off 5-1 and they've won 4 of the last 5. Their only loss in that time, 2-0 to Maple Grove, really 1-0 to number 19 Maple Grove with an empty netter. '19th in Class 4A, and they've been really hot recently in this streak, averaging 4.6 goals a game. So their offense is clicking. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play in that first period. Wackman gloves it down as he enters the zone, wheels in and looks for help. Lockhart aside there by Palmgren. Stolen back by Wackman. Out to the right point. Shot blocked down in front. Walraff tracing after it. Toby Tranby will get there first in the right wing corner and ring it around. Big check delivered. Comes around the boards where it's played by Tanner Furtick. Wired in by SLPCR and their captain, Jackson Enberg. Enberg, a Coon Rapids kid. A little bit offside for Grady Bouch, who had an assist in that first period. I was talking to Trevor Frischman, the Blaine legend, NHLer, former NHLer, 3rd season in charge of this Bengals team. And I asked him what the difference was between the 6-win season last year and their start this year, and he just said, we've got more depth. We've got 3 solid lines, and we just have the younger players are pushing the older players because we have a talented sophomore and freshman class. And the future seems to be bright for this Bengals program. And you knew once he had a few years that Trevor Frischman would get it turned around. And he certainly has. Absolutely hammered their rival Centennial, who's had the better of the rivalry lately. Hammered him 7-2 earlier this season. Up for Engberg as he gains the zone. Steps off a shot that goes wide. Tracks it down to the left wing corner, and then will go off for a change as he rings it around. 2 minutes gone by here in the second period. Cooper Bear in a board battle. Centering pass. That one goes wide of Palmgren's net. Dylan Olsen able to get there first, and then it's out of the reach of Bear. Icing waved off, so Bear will track it down and then lose it. Lindquist. Nice pass across to Tranby. Herzog into the zone. Barsness tracks it to the right wing corner. Then has his pocket picked by Lockman. Banked off the far side boards for Lou. Shot rising and gloved by Brock Lewick. First shot on net for either team in the second. take a look at Andrew Clark. Playing second line defense tonight. Brock Lewitt, 17 saves in that first period. Pokes that one free off the draw. Blaine retains possession. Shot from the point, high. Alphen throws it on net. Clark will track it down. Held in the zone by Adams for a moment. Now it finds its way to the stick of Lou. Franklin Lou skating right to left, centering pass. Shaughnessy tried to whack it in. Back to the point for Bethel. Body in front in Shaughnessy, tips it wide. Shaughnessy now center point. Beg your pardon, that's Hudson Bethel. Barsness. Pass a little too much steam on it. Lou sweeps it in. Good poise there by number 10, Austin Adams. Pass intercepted by Weston Johnson. Bengals trying to increase their lead. Bethel skates in. Tons of traffic in front. Not sure it even got to Lueck, who lost his stick. Oh, beautiful pad save made on the other end by Palmgren. This game end to end at the moment as Tranby will watch it go to the end boards for an icing. Fantastic play though, including by Wilson Guzzi, who assisted beautifully on that second goal. 4 minutes gone by here in the second period. 2-0 still our score. Thanks to everyone watching us live on YouTube, as well as North Metro TV. Free high school hockey, it's a beautiful thing. Into the zone, centering pass tipped aside. Picked up here by Tranby, his cross-ice pass. Big check delivered by Caleb Schwartz. And I'll say the refs are, to their credit, letting them play. Each team with a shot here in the second period. Backhand attempt, centering pass. And Palmgren able to deal with it. This is better though from SLPCR. There's a shot that goes wide. The energy and the hitting, the physicality picking up. You kind of had to figure they were going to come out. Speaking of physicality, Caleb Schwartz was delivering some physicality on Lindquist right at the red line. And another one, good solid hit by Sukup. Draw one forward and then swept around by Blaine. Chance here is Bayer. Cooper Bayer will track it down in the left corner. Tries to center. Good stick lift as Bethel rings it around. Picked up with speed by Jackson Engberg. And then he loses it. Now it's Engberg again. Bethel, or excuse me, Blaine trying to pin SLPCR down in their own end. Still no goals in this second period. Andrew Clark was lining up a big hit, and Lichter from distance. No trouble at all for Palmgren. Better though, this is better from SLPCR. We knew this team had enough to compete. Shots 20-8 in favor of Blaine. Landon Palmgren, a near 2 goals against average and a .925 save percentage. In fact, both he and backup Wesley Andrelin the sophomore, had identical save percentages. Lockman kicked out. Lou comes in and promptly wins it for Blaine. Lockman, pocket pick by Barsness. Jackson Barsness right down Main Street, and Palmgren melts it down and takes the whistle. First year as a co-op for this SLPCR program. They are splitting their home games between Coon Rapids Ice Arena and Fogerty. It's obviously a Fogerty home game for them tonight. Tranby's shot is tipped. Lockman loses an edge. It's played back in deep by SLPCR. Better chances here in this period, and more zone time for sure. Schwark getting their handsy in the corner, but Blaine able to come out with it. Franklin Liu trying to get by Tranby. Shaughnessy loses it. With speed now, here comes Caden Alphin. Off the wall, to the front of the net. Palmgren shuts the door to deny Alphin. Sophomore D, just a sophomore, but he's one of 3 captains along with Engberg and Wackman. So clearly they feel like Alphin has the maturity to be a captain. Wear that C on his chest. Another draw down to the Blaine end. So SLPCR student section trying to make some noise. They keep it off the draw, flipped into the corner, and then rung around. Jensen holds the zone at the line. Through traffic, not a bad idea, but Palmgren snagged it. Basically midway through now. That one had some eyes on it. Wackman getting the "Who's Your Daddy" treatment from the Blaine faithful. Another shot from the point with traffic in front as Wackman was tied up down there with Olsen. 9:17 to go, second period, just as we were after the first, 2-0. They'll switch sides and do it again. Wackman comes down to play it, little give and go. Ref gets in the way momentarily. Good job holding the zone here by Engberg. Wackman and Engberg. Engberg tied up here by Bethel. Plays it back for Wackman, tries to walk through a couple defenders. Loses it to the half wall, and now it's stolen back. Beautiful move here by Weston Johnson. Shoots! And Lueck makes the save. And now we've got some extracurriculars behind the play as Sukup gets involved with Nate Walrath. What a beautiful move, though. Tried to go for the big hit. That was a mistake. Johnson, Lueck able to make the save, and then Walrath gets smushed between a couple defenders. Sukup, he may be about a half a head shorter, but he is not backing down. And not surprisingly, we have coincidental minors. Both should be roughing, I think. Opportunity on the other end, and they miss. Engberg, the speedster had a chance. He gets it back now on the backhand centering pass as a stick goes flying. Oh, this is getting good. The intensity really picking up here in the second period as the puck melted down by Lewick. Take another look at that Engberg chance. Look at him just dip his shoulder and go by the defender, but he couldn't beat. Fertig had no chance, but he could not beat Palmgren, who maintains the shutout. SLPCR had 6 shots in the first period. They've already got 6 here in the second. And they're out shooting Blaine 6-3 about midway through the period. Shots 22-12 overall. But much better, and those are chances for sure, but you gotta bury them when you take them. You gotta take them when you have them. Chance now here for Blaine, and a good job of shutting it down as Porter Bayer was denied his second goal. Hello to my lovely wife, Ashley, watching at home. Tuning in. .802 to go, second period, 2-0. Because now we've got a Bengal to the box, Porter Bayer, feisty freshman. Not sure what that's about, but it's going to send SLPCR on the power play. And you wonder if he said the magic words after in the trash talk. And you know, when you've got a younger team like Blaine does, sometimes in these rivalry games, it's easy for them to lose their heads. So Trevor Frischman involved in a serious conversation with both refs, trying to make sure this game doesn't get out of control. This certainly has a section playoff feel to it with the amount of students standing on either end. And Porter's just sitting there saying, I'm a freshman, I don't know any better. And now the scoreboard has to be reset. The scoreboard is showing nothing but zeros. As Trevor Frischman has said his piece, third-year man in charge of the Bengals. It's funny, I was going to go talk to him and I walked by his big mural on the wall here, so that's a surreal experience. It is going to be a power play. Both teams 0 for 1 tonight as they're trying to fix the scoreboard. Guys like, I don't know what happened. I just needed to turn it on and turn it off again. All right, now we're back to action. They may be 0 for 1, but SLPCR did have a couple shots on their first power play, their only one of the game. Alford banks it in, poorly though, and they pass ahead. Tracking onto it, Bouch in on goal, and a big hit delivered after a big save. Open net, and they score! Short-handed! And it's the captain, Caleb Schwartz. A short-handed goal to give the Bengals a 3-0 lead. They picked up the loose puck, big hit delivered, crashed into Lewick, who lost it, and then Schwartz took advantage. You see Bouch gets hit by Lindquist. Sprawling Lewick could not reach it in time. And a shorthanded goal. They've scored now even strength twice and once shorthanded. And it's all Bengals here midway through the second period. There's no way they can misidentify the goal scorer this time. For Schwark, his 4th goal of the season. And that's just hustle. That's just a hustle play, and you get out of position. Lindquist did his best. Drew Lindquist tried to lay the lumber, but still on the power play meanwhile. SLPCR, and it's lofted out of there by Brady Lockman. Slashing the penalty, by the way, on Porter Bayer, so he's got a goal tonight, he's got a penalty, as on the other end, Palmgren makes the save. Still 29 seconds left on this man advantage. 6:34 to go, second period. 7 shots in this period for SLPCR, but Wilson Guzzi and the gang have done an excellent job of keeping them at bay. As Palmgren looks to improve on that 2.08 goals against average. Shot from distance wide, bouncing end boards here, and they score! No, they're gonna wave it off! They wave off the goal. It was right on the edge. Teddy Wackman is talking to him. Carter Walter thought he tapped it in, but ultimately it was waved off. Maybe because the goal had been knocked off, we're not sure. Let's take a look at the replay here. You see the bouncy end boards. And maybe they lost sight of it, but he thought that it was in. And it was waved off decisively and immediately. So the right call. SLPCR desperately trying to crack that scoreboard. Shot from distance. Big rebound in front. No one got to it. Trying to go on the wraparound. Whacking at it. No one there. Diving. And it's finally blown dead. You can clearly tell that SLPCR is frustrated, as they had multiple cracks on this off of the rebound. Great job by Wackman to get to it, tried the wraparound, and then it was loose in front. Ultimately, they're going to bring the draw back down in the SLPCR end. Explanation. As once again the scoreboard has gone out. Well, this game's just got everything. So they're trying to fix the scoreboard. We can tell them it's 6:10 left in the second period as Connor Gagnon looks on, frustrated that his team is stuck on 14 shots. Porter Bayer unsure of his fate. It looked like the penalty was almost expired, or maybe had expired. As Teddy Wackman comes over seeking an explanation. If there were any time remaining, it was maybe 2 or 3 seconds. Hockey jersey night for the SLPCR faithful. I mean, they have 2 schools. They should represent well from student section. As Wackman gets the explanation. Scoreboard has been fixed. It looks like there's 5 seconds left on the penalty. Shots 24-14 in favor of the Bengals. And off the draw, Lewick melts it down and takes the whistle. as they're back to full strength. Nobody has scored on a power play yet. SLPCR now 0 for 2. But they have played much better in this period. Obviously frustrated to have given up a goal. Big check delivered from behind by Schwartz. And Bengals will once again be shorthanded. Extra attacker on the ice. Wackman skates down to get it. And they'll try to take advantage here, knowing that they've got a penalty coming up. Delayed penalty coming. Jensen tries to track it down just out of his reach. And ultimately, Matthew Swanson touches it up. Schwartz cross-check from behind. Third penalty taken this period by the Bengals. As you see here, Lichter just tried to avoid it, and then he put on the brakes, and that's a dangerous one. You definitely do not want to see that in the game. Not malicious by any means, but just ill discipline. Actually, it's going to be a 5-minute misconduct, I think. 5 minutes up on the scoreboard. So I say it's not malicious, but it looks like Wilson Guzzi, or excuse me, Caleb Schwartz, based on the reaction of the crowd, will serve a game misconduct for penalty. And you can see Lichter did. Just anytime it's like boarding or something, see if they give him boarding or cross-checking. Clearly, Schwartz does not agree. He scored the lone goal of the period shorthanded. He's kind of laughing in disbelief. Trevor Frischman displeased, but a real chance here now for SLPCR. This period's had more stoppages than the Ohio Turnpike. Blaine wins the draw and fires it all the way down. What I was going to say, though, is obviously a non-releasable. They'll have the man advantage for the next 4 minutes and 47 seconds. Basically, the rest of the second period, they will be up a man, SLPCR. Major for tripping from behind and a 10-minute misconduct. That's a massive call. But will SLPCR be able to take advantage? They don't officially have a nickname, by the way. Yeah. And now they've stopped play again. So I wonder if they're going to say he's just got to go. And someone else, yeah, looks like Sam Pooter will skate over. Schwartz is in disbelief, but well, so did they just add to it? Pooter, whose brother Adam was a baseball and hockey star for this Bengals program, sits in the box next to the captain. This game, this period has been wild. Wackman backhands it in deep. Palmgren out to play it. Up ahead, Porter Bayer chips it ahead to his brother. Cooper back to Porter, and it's loose in front, and they score! Double your dose of Bayer, because Porter and Cooper make it 4-0 with Blaine's second shorthanded goal of the game. initially made the save, and then Cooper just kept grinding at it for his 8th goal of the season. And it was nearly disrupted by Wackman. But puck luck is a thing, and the Bayer brothers just combined for another shorthanded goal. 2 goals this period by the Bengals, both of them shorthanded. 12:25 the time of the goal. Porter Bayer now with a goal and an assist. Cooper Bayer with a goal and an assist. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking to the Bayer brothers after the game. 4-0 Bengals here on the road. On the road, but at home, if that makes sense. Barsness goes cross ice with it. Tipped in front. Good pad save by Holmgren. Tranby at his own line for Barsness. Now they look all out of sorts, and I wonder if all of the disruption has made things complicated. Delayed penalty coming up once more as Barsness mixes it up with Brody Lockman, and Lockman's going to go. So Blaine, despite having a 4-goal lead, continue to be mischievous in terms of penalties. As you see, just trying to finish the check. There's just no need for that. The big freshman. Barsness frustrated, and Lockman makes it 3 Bengals in the box. Timeout taken here by SLPCR. They'll have a 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes, and Trevor Fishman's got to settle his troops down with the 4-goal lead. This is a good timeout, I think, though, by Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids. As we take a look at the upcoming SLPCR schedule. But it was there. As Coach Gagnon and the coaches chat with their troops. Trying to give him instructions, and yeah, got to get something on these power plays. If they can, we'll take a look at the Blaine schedule. It's an interesting one coming up. Cretin-Derham Hall be a challenge, and then a tough stretch at the end of January and beginning of February. Rogers, Andover, and Stillwater back to back. So the Bengals not shying away from competition. Obviously, the conference is good. But they'll play teams in the non-conference as well, like Stillwater. Blackman moves in to take the draw. This is the same score, by the way, that Brody Lockman, 2 minutes for slashing. Second slashing penalty taken of the period, taken by Blaine. Just a little bit off tonight, out of the reach as Engberg loses it. Another short chance opportunity for Guzzi, drives the net on the backhand, and this time Lewick slams the 5-hole shut. Third shorthanded chance of the period. Grade A chance, I should say. As Alphen, Andrew Clark gives a little shove. Still 128, 2:16 left on the penalty, 2:37 left in the period. It's a 5-on-3, so if SLPCR hopes to score, now is the time. Meanwhile, Blaine hoping to improve on its 92.5% penalty kill. Alphen gains the zone, drops it for Wackman. Back to Alphen, just behind him. Behind his own net, or behind the opponent's net, I should say. Clark, near side for Lindquist. Engberg snaps a pass down low, and a good save made by Palmgren. Caden Alphen, the sophomore, thought he had his 9th of the season, but whew, A lot has happened in this period. 2 shorthanded goals by Blaine have given the Bengals a 4-0 lead. What I was going to say is the Bengals' last win was actually Tuesday here over Eastridge by the same score. So their defense has been airtight lately. Wackman off the draw, moves middle. Alphen fires a shot on the doorstep, and no! Somehow it stays out. May have hit a post. They're still on it as Engberg fires it down low. A lot of open space for passing. This is Clark off the right half wall. Engberg again tries to feed it down low, goal line extended. He had Wackman on the doorstep. Engberg for Clark. He working around, back to Clark, block shot, Engberg shot goes wide, and it goes all the way back into their own end. Clark picks it up at the blue line. Gets it in where it's dropped for Wackman. He moves middle. Wackman, drop pass for Clark. Outside the right circle, down low, fed across. Shot blocked, another block shot. Oh, Blaine defenders heroically throwing themselves in front of the puck. And finally they're able to get to it first and ring it around. Furtick goes off for a change. They pass up, and the play is ruled offside. Oh, some glorious chances for SLPCR, who now has 19 shots for the game. Alphen there with 1. Palmgren was sprawling. Engberg there. Somehow it stayed out. Oh, great shot block there by Bethel. Off the draw, it'll be picked up by SLPCR. With speed, Barsness to the outside. Blaine really putting it on the line to keep this shutout. 30 seconds left in the period, 10 seconds left on the penalty. Suka down the left wing, into the zone. Suka, sharp angle shot. Ultimately, Barsness couldn't put it in either as Tranby loses out. 10 seconds left. Chipped ahead for Barsness, one last rush, Barsness, and time expires before he can get a shot away. Shots in the period favored SLPCR. They outshoot them 13-6, but Blaine took advantage. 2 shorthanded goals, and they lead it comfortably after 2 periods of play here at Fogerty Arena. 4-0 over Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids. Back with a thrilling 3rd period here shortly on North Metro TV.
Sit and chat and drink coffee, and maybe we could see if we could be. Oh, 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 you and me. Let's get together and make believe we'll share our hearts and share our dreams. Now what do you think about you and me? Maybe we can always be forever you, forever with me. Oh, 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 I bet you're thinking I'm a little too romantic. Oh, but baby, now don't get frantic, 'cause when I love, my loving's gigantic. Oh, and I think that's alright.
4-0 our score as we get set to start the third period of play here at Fogerty Arena. But before we do, let's look at second period highlights between Blaine and SLPCR. And got going early for the Bengals. It was a hard-hitting action, 2 shorthanded goals, including a little bit of puck luck, and the Bear brothers making it count. Cooper and Porter with a goal and an assist each now in the game. Very physical period. SLPCR 0 for 4 on the power play, though. So special teams really the difference in the game. In that period, SLPCR outshot Blaine because they spent half the period with a man advantage. They outshot him 13-7, but ultimately it was not enough, and Brock Lewick, the senior netminder, goes back to work, trying to focus in for this third period with his visage right behind him. And 17 minutes up on the clock. Blaine looking to make it 5 out of their last 6 and move to 5-1 in the Northwest Suburban Conference. With a couple big ones against Andover and Rogers remaining, but they have proven that they're going to be a decently high seed in Section 5, and they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. It will no doubt be another loaded section with the likes of Champlin Park, and Centennial will be in the unusual position of being an underdog in their first round matchup, most likely. Off the draw, shot from distance doesn't end up reaching the netminder Lewick. Engberg reaching for it, has his pass stolen for a moment before Walter flips it in deep. Palmgren out to play it. Good hit, forces a turnover. Walter at the right point. Tries to go back to Lindquist. Lindquist fires it in from center ice. Beg your pardon, that was Tranby. Cross ice here for Bouch as he gains the zone. Bouch throws it on net, no good. One goes wide as well. It's rung around as Caden Lichter hops on the ice. Blaine will try to change on the fly as the puck flipped down in the Bengals' end and iced. As we take a look at Porter Bear, 8 goals and 8 assists in what has been a fine freshman season. The junior and the freshman, Cooper and Porter. Porter, good job back checking, forces the turnover. Bouch on the backhand, tries to go stuff it short side, no good. Porter Bear turns and misses. And the puck taken back at the blue line for Blaine. Bouch. Checked by Clark, but manages to regain the zone. Battle along the end boards. Skirts out to the left circle. Eventually it's controlled by the speedy Jackson Engberg. Clark to Engberg. Good job defensively. He centers it, but nobody was home. Manages to track his own pass back to the left half wall. Clark tries to feed it down the boards and does. Come off the wall, feed near side for Walters. He'll put it on net, doesn't reach Palmgren ultimately. Engberg battling hard in the left corner. It's rung around there by Olsen. Held in at the left point, the right point rather, by Walter. Come off the boards, Engberg does. Had a couple chances. Another shot that goes wide. Back to Engberg, who throws it on net. Him and Walter just kind of playing catch. Walter intercepts at center ice. He regains the zone. Drop pass. Shot. Palmgren makes the save. Big rebound. Flies past the on-rushing visage of Teddy Wackman. Off the end boards now for Blaine. Through traffic. Good pad save made by Lewick. First shot on net of the period for Blaine. SLPCR will definitely rue the chances that they had, especially when they had a man advantage, that they were not able to take more advantage of it. And boy, Caleb Schwark has watched at least much of this game from the penalty box. As we've got a delayed offside or a penalty coming up, a cross check. It happened behind the play. Herzog slow to get up. As looks like it's going to be Franklin Liu, the guilty party. Did not see what happened, quite frankly, but cross-checked the call, and the Blaine penalties continue to mount. Second cross-check, 2 cross-checks, 2 slashings, a roughing in the last 2 periods alone, after it was a cleanly played first period. 4-0 our score here. Chipped out and raced onto by Walrath. Shot ultimately takes a deflection and misses the net. Tranby, near side for Engberg. Barsness picks it up. Barsness circles the zone. Finds Clark back at the point. Clark walks in, passes it across. Shot, cross ice, misses everybody. Tranby holds the zone. Now he'll hand it near side for Clark and set up at center point. Gets it back on the backhand pass. Tranby misses the net. Engberg drifts back with it and walks the line. Near side for Clark. Back to Engberg from the slot. And it's deflected up and out of play. Stops the clock with 12:31 to go and 1:02 on the power play. If Blaine can kill this one off, boy, it'd be 0 for 5. 5 for 5 on the kill, would Blaine. Don't forget to stay tuned for post-game interviews. I'll be ringside with a couple of players from the victorious team. So right now, that looks like 2 members of the Bengals. SLPCR controls. Lindquist from the high slot. Loose in front, big rebound. Digging at it. Couple saves made. It's out in front again. And Alphen turning and firing. Just too many blue jerseys in the way. Alphen steals it back. Centers, and they score! This time they crack the net. And it's Caden Suckup, his 5th of the season. On the power play, finally the extra man advantage pays off for SLPCR. And you can just sense the frustration from Sukup. Great job pressuring Lindquist. It got deflected right to Sukup, and he scored from the slot. Barely even celebrated. He was so frustrated. Lindquist with a great feed and just a little bit of puck luck slid right to Sukup, who made no mistake. Lindquist will get the primary assist. And finally, Blaine's lack of discipline cost them. Engberg again tested from distance. Shots are now nearly even for the game, 27-26. 7 already in this period. That's a factor of 5 penalties taken. Caden Alphen also credited with an assist. His 8th of the season. 5:55 of the 3rd period on the power play. Caden Sukup with his 5th goal of the season. Jackson Barsness trying to race onto this one. Barsness forced out wide, and his pass goes behind Caden Lichter. That one sticked aside by Lewick. SLPCR is clearly the more desperate team, and they're playing like it. As Lewick way out of his net to play this. Blaine still leads at 4-1 here with just about 10 minutes to go, 3rd period. On the backhand. They'll hammer it in deep as they go into their benches a little bit. Tanner Fertig up at the right point. Again, the diagonal dump for Blaine. Centering pass to the slot all the way to Fertig, and he buries it! From the high slot, Tanner Fertig, his 2nd of the season. 5-1 Blaine. They kept cycling, and eventually the Bengals make them pay. Oh, are they going to chalk it off for goaltender interference? That's the indication. Oh, boy. It was a great feed from out high. I guess I don't, unless he's in the crease, I don't understand what he did wrong. He being Grady Botch. Wilson Guzzi again making things happen with the puck on his stick. That low to high feed. I mean, I guess Bouch maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the world's most foremost hockey mind, so I could easily have missed something, but see, this is where Joe and Howie would be useful. They know hockey like the back of their hand. So it remains a 4-1 game. That was a nice shot. But yeah, the goal did not count. So we play on. Still, the fact remains, beautiful cycling and playmaking from Wilson Guzzi. Left pad save. Nice, flashing the leather there. Landon Palmgren. Clark down low, back to Clark. He looks up top trying to feed Walter. Wraparound attempt by Engberg is saved at the near post. Swanson passes it out to center where Engberg takes it. Now Clark with speed. Over for Wackman. Clark on the backhand. Another save. 3 saves for Palmgren. Shots nearly even, 29-28, as we take another look at that goaltender interference that chalked off the goal for Caden Jensen. And yeah, I guess, yeah, you can see it there. Grady Bouch just bumps into Brock Lewick, which is enough. So good call. This refereeing crew has done a nice job. This officiating crew has done a nice job here tonight. As emotions have run high. Very physical conference game here in the Northwest Suburban. Between this border battle between Section 5 AA rivals. Down low as SLPCR tries to just carve into this Bengals lead. Gloved and held on to Landon Palmgren. Shots now 29 apiece, even for the hockey game. 10-3 here in this final period. 8 left in the third period. 8 minutes left in the third period, 9 minutes gone by. Off the draw. Porter Bayer plays it up. Brother Cooper following suit. Bouch. And Wackman ultimately picks it up at his own blue line. Skating left to right. Bounding puck eventually settled. Big save by Palmgren. It comes right back to Lindquist, but he couldn't settle it. I find it interesting that both teams have 3 captains, but nobody has an alternate captain. There's no A sweaters out there, as that's rifled off the high off the window and in. Trying to catch Blaine in a change, slamming on the brakes, left point. Fed across and down low. Sukup's had a good game, besides being the only goal scorer for this SLPCR team. A little more end-to-end now as Weston Johnson skates into the zone. Cycled down low. Walrath loses out to Caden Lichter. Intercepted at center ice by Dylan Olsen. Engberg knocked off the puck by a couple Bengals, but Lichter picks it up. He snaps his shot, and that wrister is held on to by Palmgren. 6:20 to go, third period. Landon Palmgren has faced 31 shots, and he stopped 30 of them tonight. Bengals win the face-off, and then it's snapped back in by Noah Stout. The draw will come back out to center ice. Of course, this will be the site for the Section 5 AA playoffs, this very rink. And it's about as good an atmosphere. Well, I should say it'll be the site through the semis, and then, of course, the final up at Furniture and Things Arena in Elk River. Wired in by Caleb Schwark. He's finally back on the ice after serving that 5-minute major and then 10-minute game misconduct. Gives Clark a shove as he gets it in the zone. Shoveled on back to the point. Shared near side for Stout. Tied up Engberg in front. Shot snapped, and the bounding puck goes out of play. Faceoff will stay down in the Blaine end. Well, this score isn't necessarily going to indicate how close this game was. Once SLPCR kind of took them a little while to find their footing, Blaine just started so hot. You know, in the first period, 19-6, out shooting SLPCR. One team was clearly ready to play from the whistle, and SLPCR took, they just had a slow start. So Cooper Bayer again trying to get his second of the game. Brother Porter moves in to take the draw, and then gets kicked out for Cooper. We'll be speaking to the Bayer brothers after the game in our post-game interviews. Barsness up ahead. Engberg, he flashes a shot wide. The near side boards for Walter. Herzog behind the net. Wheeling and dealing here is Jackson Barsness. It's played out to center, and then a sloppy pass and intercepted by Gouch. Beautiful move as he goes through the legs and then crashes into Brock Lewick, who's down. And fisticuffs behind the play as Bouch went hard into Brock Lewick, who still remains down. They got to get some trainers out there. Well, Lewick's sitting up now. That's good. Just kind of trying to collect his thoughts. He seems to be okay. Tranby came in, just grabbed his head there, so it looked bad. Grady Bouch, the sophomore forward, and obviously his teammates come in after the play. So we'll see how they end up sorting things out. And it looks like it's just going to be a penalty on Tranby for instigating after the play. And indeed, they are going to bring the trainer out to look at netminder Brock Lewick, make sure he's okay. Do a little concussion test. Because he got crashed into pretty hard. And grabbed his head right after, so you always want to be careful with head injuries. Shots now for the game, 31 apiece. As Toby Tranby, the junior, sits in the box. Brock Lewick, tough senior, stays in the game. Blaine goes back on the power play where they're 0 for 1 tonight. Up ahead, a 2-on-1 now for SLPCR. Palmgren cuts down the angle beautifully and makes the save. Guzzi regains the zone with speed, drives the net, wraparound attempt, great save by Lewick. Makes another couple stops. Fantastic to deny Guzzi on the power play. You know Blaine trying to add to their lead. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, none here in the third. And actually the penalty took place before the fisticuffs, 2 minutes for hooking. As you look at this effort by Guzzi, Stout didn't go with him, and ultimately Guzzi just lost it off his stick. It was more to that than a great save by Lewick, but Lewick has locked it down here in the last period. Caden Alphin moves in to take the face off. And he'll play it only out to the line. Shared near side, Cooper Bayer. Far side, Porter Bayer. From the top of the circle, that hit a stake. That hit Teddy Wackman, I think. Good shot block. Collected and played back in for the freshman. Sharp angle shot and it's saved, and then it's the ref this time. Fortuitous bounce right into the path of Jackson Engberg. Engberg trying to weave his way through defenders. Ultimately, he just kills a couple seconds. 35 left on the man advantage. Cross ice pass. Cooper Bayer, big guy, down low to Gouch. Goal line extended. And off the boards and out by SLPCR. 3 minutes to go in the hockey game. 4-1 lead for the Bengals. Led it 2-0 after the first and 4-0 after the second. So Blaine now 0 for 2 on the power play as they're back to full strength. Lindquist. Good stretch pass. He goes down under the Caleb Schwark check. Gouch. 2-on-1, 3-on-1 if they hurry as Johnson gains the zone. Pass across. Bad save made by Lewick. On the backhand, it's loose in the slot, and they bury it. Blaine adds to its lead. There's no turning this one around as Guzzi. He's got a goal now to go with his assist. Guzzi with a goal and an assist himself. And he's had all kinds of time to elevate that puck with Lewick down. Walraff might get an assist as well. Yeah, a lot of guys chipping in tonight for Blaine as they lead at 5-1. Johnson avoids the check but loses the puck in the process. Wackman. 14:54 the time of the goal as Wackman's effort is saved. Walraff and Johnson get the assists. Another even strength goal as Palmgren's been one of the players of the game for this Blaine team. He's faced 33 shots and stopped 32 of them. .127 to go in the game. 5-1 our score. Bengals will improve to 11-4 on the season and 5-1 in conference play. Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids, meanwhile, will fall to 7-9 and 2-5 in the conference. Final minute of action here. Poor Jackson Barsness, the junior, has been involved in several physical actions. This time Sam Burns, the senior, tying him up. It's like a single leg takedown right there. Both managers have, both coaches I should say, have emptied the benches. Probably to be expected in a rivalry game, but boy, there has just been, ever since that first period, there's just been significant extracurriculars and chippiness and whatnot, and penalties. Two players sit in the box for SLPCR, so they'll finish on a 5-on-3. Blaine will try to add to their 4-goal lead. Do a little stat padding in the process. Cooper Bayer, stick handles left circle. Threads the needle. Chance from the center slot. And good stick by Alphen to block the shot from Tanner Fertig. .16:01 the time of the penalties in that third period. Alphen backhands it weakly out of the zone. Blaine will have to regroup. 30 seconds left. Joined again post-game by Porter Bayer and Cooper Bayer, freshman and junior. Contributed mightily to the offensive effort here today for Blaine. Cooper Bayer on the backhand, and he scores as time expires. The icing on the cake for Blaine, his second of the game, and the Bengals, if they count it, will win 6-1. They do indeed count it. What a way to finish. Blaine scores 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and 2 in the third to win it going away. Back with post-game interviews here from Fogerty Arena in a moment. Again, your final score, Blaine wins it over Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids, 6-1.
Lino Lakes is the gateway to the metro area, just minutes north of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Conveniently located on I-35W, this growing city still maintains its North Country feel. Lino Lakes is a safe, fun, and affordable community that values its award-winning schools. Outdoor lovers will discover miles of hiking, biking, and water trails. Growing businesses will find premier development opportunities with great freeway visibility and ready to help your businesses grow. Come to live, work, and play in Lino Lakes.
start with you, Cooper, and I'll just ask you guys about the rivalry, about the goals, just a couple questions each, and we'll go from there. And then you can just stay here, and I'll close it out. So. And it's Bear, right?
Yep.
All right. How are we on angle? You take a step forward. Right there. Take a step back. Turn. There we go. Go right here. Bill Hupp back here at Fogerty Arena after Blaine's 6-1 win over Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids. And I'm here with the Bear brothers, two of the stars of the 6-1 Bengals win over SLPCR. And we'll start with Cooper Bear. Cooper, you had a couple goals tonight, including one with no time remaining as time expired, and an assist. You guys scored 2 in the first, 2 shorthanded goals in the second. What was the key to the fast start tonight?
I think it was just hard work, motivation. Last year, our loss kind of hurt, so we wanted to get one back. That's pretty much what it was.
How meaningful is it to get a win over a rival? You know a lot of the kids on the team. Does it make it that much more special?
It really does. They're a great team, nice kids, but just winning is different against any other team.
You've been doing a lot of that this year, winning 11 wins now. That must feel incredible after only 6 wins last year.
Yeah, it does. It's a total game changer. Great sophomore group, great freshman group. We're excited for the next year or two.
One of those freshmen is brother Porter. You had a goal and an assist tonight as well. How have you been able to integrate so seamlessly into this team?
It's easier playing with my brother because we got that connection. But yeah, I just transfer my stuff from the youth into the high school and just play my game.
How different does high school hockey feel from that bantam?
Oh, it's a lot faster. Puck moves everywhere a lot faster. You just need to keep moving. Don't stop your feet. Yeah.
And how important was getting this win tonight to keep pace with those at the top of the conference?
Oh, we needed it. Yeah, we really needed it to just stay up there and play our game, yeah.
We'll finish with a question for you, Cooper. What's the potential of this Blaine team? You're in a tough section, in a tough conference, but you guys must feel like you can compete with anybody.
We for sure can. It's anyone's game in the section finals, so we're just looking forward to get there and hopefully win.
Well, it was a big win tonight for Blaine, and the Bear brothers were 2 of the reasons why. So that'll do it for us here at Fogerty Arena. For our entire North Metro TV crew, I'm Bill Hupp, saying good night from Fogerty Arena in Blaine, where again the final score, Blaine beats Spring Lake Park Coon Rapids 6-1.